Friends, hello and welcome back. So we have done our ratings predictions to potentially diamond video. Now we're going to go to guys who I think have a pretty good chance as of right now to get a downgrade. And for that reason, you should be very mindful if you have those guys in your collection come roster update week. Maybe sell them, pick them back up a day or two later, just to be extra cautious. That's the way I would do it personally. A lot of these guys, you sell them, you sell Freddie Freeman right now, 34K, you buy him for 37.39, or you sell him for 37.39, 37.97, I'll speak properly, 37.97, you pick him up for 34K, I mean, you really still save like 200 or 300 stubs there if you just pick him back up for that exact same price, so it's not a big deal to sell those guys. I'd be cautious with it. Again, usually when it comes to diamonds, the leash is a little bit longer when they're struggling by San Diego studios here in MLB The Show. Or though, opposed to a diamond, if they're hot for the first couple weeks, there's a good chance they might upgrade them to a diamond quickly. But they usually give guys a chance to get out of that spell. But it's still important, just in case, you be mindful. Because guess what? You could lose a lot of stubs if some of these guys get a downgrade, especially from a diamond. So we're going to start with none other in the diamond category, Francisco Lindor, the 28K Frankie Lindor. Now, I'm concerned for a couple reasons with him. One, unlike a lot of the shortstops with the higher overall, he doesn't have a diamond defense. And that diamond defense gives you a pretty good buffer when you struggle because it's going to help boost your overall. He does not have that. And they're giving him diamond hitting. Diamond hitting, which I don't know if they can keep that. I will see how Lindor plays. But he's batting 207 right now. He's got 3 RBIs on his season, 1 home run. The power numbers ain't there. Period. Downgrade waiting to happen. That's just the last 2 weeks where he's batting 200. I don't like it. I don't feel good about Frankie Lindor. Not an 87. They can just downgrade him 1, maybe 2. That's enough to ruffle some feathers, though, and really hurt that price. So be very careful with Frankie Lindor. Going over to Chapman, Matthew type. Different story here with Chapman, kind of, not really, because he's got the diamond defense. And that's what's kind of pushing him up to the 85. And they're really, look at that fielding, 99. My goodness, it's going to hurt. It's going to take a lot for him to get downgraded. Still, though, 20K player, you drop him from an 85 to an 84, that's going to hurt. Right now, Chapman, 1 for his last 19. 3 home runs on his season. He's got that going for him, thankfully. His 12 RBIs and his 162 batting average. This is the second year in a row where his batting average and his hitting has really struggled. I get it that he's a diamond fielder, but hey, Billy Hamilton was a diamond fielder and he's like an 81 overall or 78, you know? You got to put the numbers. I have a bad comparison because Matt Chapman's got the power, but you got to continue to produce with the bat. Doesn't take much to get that little downgrade. Matt Chapman is on high alert right now if he can't break out of that funk for if you are worried about diamonds downgrading. Then we're going to go to Jose Abreu. Abreu, bronze fielding guy. Again, it's important. And my thing with Jose Abreu, now if you're new to MLB The Show, you're on Xbox, this is going to make absolutely no sense because you probably haven't followed the market. But in years past, MLB The Show has been really, really, really tight on Jose Abreu's overall. I never really understood it. He's always been like, anytime he'd go on a 30 home run, 100 RBI type of pace kind of season, he'd stay gold. Sometimes he'd be silver after, a couple hot weeks. So something about Jose Abreu, it's tougher for them to give him over upgrades. I don't understand completely that logic. Maybe it's got to do with the bronze fielding. But with that being said, I would be on very high alert with that 85 overall getting a downgrade. Right now, Jose Abreu, because they do, again, go off previous seasons overalls, previous seasons' performances, and the way they look at guys. And right now, Jose Abreu's batting 211. He's got 4 dingers. He's got going for him. That's good. The power's been there. And 14 RBIs, but I'd be very, very careful with Jose Abreu. Definitely not a guy we're keeping on our team long term. He's got that nice inside edge upgrade right now, though, for what it's worth. We do have a couple gold players we'll keep in there, which, it's one of those things where it's not too big of a deal if you don't own a lot of them. But at the same time, if you do own just 1 or 2, maybe you want to get rid of them, save you a couple K in stubs there. Like Michael Conforto. Conforto, the silver defense, the diamond hitting. Dang, they're just throwing that thing around these days. He had a good season last year, though, did Conforto. Conforto, though, this season, not so hot. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a 212 batting average. I'd be careful with Michael Conforto right there. Then we're going to go down to the strikeout king, the best strikeout hitter batting in the 3 spot in the lineup in the league. That's right, we're talking my Cincinnati Reds, and we're talking David Bell putting this man at the 3 spot. If you can't tell, I don't quite understand it. Strikes out a lot. He's got that going for him. I love Eugenio Suarez. I do. Big Suarez guy. But man, I don't understand that logic, him batting through, and you got Castellanos, Moustakas, Votto. I'd even put India there over him right now, the way he's been playing. Suarez, though, from an MLB The Show standpoint, he is a slow starter. He's been a slow starter now for a few years. That year he hit 50 dingers, he started really slow for the first half of the year. That being said, you start slow, you got a good chance of getting a downgrade. And my even bigger concern right now, Suarez, is he switched and moved to shortstop for the Reds this season, and he has been struggling defensively. He'll get better, no doubt about it, but right now he's struggling. He's making a lot of errors. That's going to get the fielding hit too. This is a guy that could really see his overall go down and down quickly, because he could get a downgrade on the hitting and a downgrade on the fielding come roster update season. A guy that's going for about 1,500 stubs right now, so not a lot. But I'd rather, sell him for 1,500 than sell him for 300 or 400 in 2 weeks. So be careful with that. That is our 5 guys who I think we have a chance of seeing get downgrades in the near future. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.